Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are looking at someone who is something of an anomaly amongst the Bali Nine, Tan Duc Thanh Nguyen. Why is he an anomaly? Well, no one really knows the true extent of his involvement in the drug smuggling syndicate, and equally he is the only member of the Bali Nine to have died of natural causes, and bar one interview with the Daily Telegraph following the execution of Chan and Sukumaran, he never spoke to the media and hence very little is known about his life. Nguyen was born to a Vietnamese family in Palawan in the Philippines on the 30th of October 1983, with the family emigrating to Brisbane, Queensland, with Nguyen brought up in Wellington Point. Nguyen was one of 5 children with 4 younger sisters and alleged during his court hearing that he paid for the groceries and his sister's education and school needs. On the 5th December 2004, Nguyen, going under the pseudonym of David, left Sydney, Australia, with future Bali Nine members Renee Lawrence, Andrew Chan and Matthew Norman. It was alleged by Lawrence that Nguyen was one of the ringleaders of this operation. However, this operation did not go as planned due to what Lawrence described as a financial matter, or someone knowing about the planned drug smuggling operation, and this operation was aborted. It was alleged, based on the testimony of fellow Bali Nine drug smugglers Scott Rush and Michael Suzukaj, that Nguyen met the pair at a pub while on a night out in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, with Suzukaj alleging that Rush introduced him to Nguyen with a friend from high school, having given Rush's number to Nguyen, who told the pair to meet him at the pub. Nguyen offered both Suzukaj and Rush an all-expenses-paid trip to Bali. When asked why Nguyen had chosen them both to travel to Bali, Rush alleged that Nguyen didn't have anyone to go to Bali with him. As a result of allegedly organising the involvement of Rush and Suzukaj, Nguyen became labelled as the third co-leader alongside Sukumaran and Chan and financier of the smuggling operation. The exact date that Nguyen arrived in Bali is unknown. However, on the 16th of April 2005, Nguyen checked into the Adi Dharma Hotel, where Si Yi Chen, Renee Lawrence and Martin Stevens were staying. Andrew Chan had changed the original departure date of the 14th of April 2005 as he suspected that Australian and Indonesian police were aware of the drug smuggling operation and ordered everyone to change hotel as a result. As a result, Norman, Si Yi Chen, Renee Lawrence and Martin Stevens had all transferred to the Adi Dharma Hotel in Bali on the 14th of April 2005. In reality, Chan did not know that Indonesian and Australian authorities were already onto the Nine. The father of Scott Rush, Lee Rush, contacted the Australian Federal Police, fearing that his son was travelling to Bali to commit a drug-related crime, and received assurance from the Australian Federal Police that his son was under surveillance to dissuade him from going through with the crime, and that he would not be able to board the flight. However, the Australian Federal Police never contacted Rush directly and instead alerted Indonesian police that a crime was going to be committed 2 weeks before the arrests, with the AFP having launched an investigation approximately 10 weeks before the arrests. So in essence, regardless of what Chan did, the operation was doomed when the Nine left Australia. On the 17th of April 2005, at Ngurah Rai International Airport in Denpasar, Stevens, Lawrence, Suzukaj and Rush were found to be carrying a combined 9.039 kilograms of heroin body-packed, which they were attempting to export to Australia, with Andrew Chan arrested on board an Australian Airlines Boeing 767 to Sydney with 3 mobile phones and a boarding pass. Indonesian authorities had enough information to link him, even though no drugs were found in his possession. Matthew Norman said that he got a phone call informing him of the arrest and that the trip was to be cancelled, and he was ordered along with Nguyen and Chen to check into the Melasti Hotel in Kuta on the night of the 17th of April, with the trio acting as tourists. Sukumaran went to get his bags at the Hard Rock Hotel before returning to the Melasti Hotel. Approximately 20 minutes after checking in, Nguyen was arrested at the Melasti Hotel along with Norman, Chen and Sukumaran when he returned. The group were in possession of 334 grams of heroin and bundles of plastic wrapping, elastoplast tape and a set of scales indicating that they planned to transport drugs into Australia. Earning the nickname the Molesty Free, Chen, Nguyen and Norman were trialled separately from the remaining 6 at the Denpasar District Court on the 11th of October 2005. As December 2005 rolled along, tensions between Sukumaran and Chan and the remaining Bali 9 members disintegrated. Lawyers sought the support of the Director of Public Prosecutions to intervene and lay charges for conspiracy to import drugs into Australia so that the 9 could be extradited and charged under Australian law. However, judges called on Australia not to intervene. During his final plea, Nguyen stated, "I basically stand here before you to tell you that I love Indonesia and I would never intentionally damage or hurt her reputation. I only wanted to come here. If given a chance, I would definitely recommend this holiday island to many friends and family. As the only and oldest son in the family, I was the one who supported my 4 younger sisters, and I paid for the groceries and my sister's education and school needs, so how could I possibly be the financier? The impact on my family has left them shattered and truly devastated, and our lives will never be the same again." On the 15th of February 2006, Nguyen was sentenced to life imprisonment. On appeal, his sentence was reduced to 20 years. However, during an appeal by the prosecution on the 6th of September 2006, his sentence was increased to the death penalty. On the 5th of March 2008, in a further appeal to the Indonesian Supreme Court, Nguyen's life sentence was reimposed. In 2013, the other 8 members of the Bali 9 were interviewed by Mike Willesee on Channel 7 Sunday night, while Nguyen refused to participate. Throughout the interview, numerous members, particularly Chan and Rush and Suzukaj, put the blame on Nguyen, suggesting that he may well have, as parts of the Australian press labelled him, been the financier of the operation. In the only media interview that he gave, Nguyen told the Daily Telegraph that his mother cried for days after hearing that Sukumaran and Chan would be executed, and stated that he was distraught for their loved ones and agonisingly certain that he would be next, even though he wasn't on death row. He also told the Daily Telegraph that he never gave media interviews on the advice of his legal team. In the interview he stated, "Am I guilty? Yes. Am I sorry? More than anyone will ever know. I live with that regret every single morning when I wake up and every night in my noisy bare jail cell as I try to sleep. That's the memory that has stayed in my mind. That time when my mother, auntie and sister came the first time to visit me in prison. My mother trying to just touch my face between the bars. The pain in her eyes and face was the most heartbreaking experience ever. I've been slowly trying to mend things over the past decade. It's like they are still disappointed in me. I'm sure they are. There is still a long way to go to truly fix it." He also expressed guilt about enlisting the services of Rush, stating, "It's terrible watching him destroy himself." As a result of this lack of media attention, he was dubbed the forgotten Bali 9 prisoner. Following the execution of Chan and Sukumaran, Nguyen wrote in an online diary warning others not to waste their lives. He noted that his family had spent their savings on his legal costs, and the shame and stress that he had caused his family was one of his biggest regrets. He initially served his sentence at Kerabakan prison before, in March 2014, he and Martin Stevens were transferred to a prison in Malang, East Java, as a result of violating prison rules in an unspecified manner. Both he and Stevens shared a cell together at Malang prison. While in prison, he met Lyudmila Karpova, an ambulance volunteer with the Red Cross in Italy, and the pair became engaged in August 2015, with the pair having been in correspondence since December 2014. It was also while in prison that he began boxing and started to idealise Julius Caesar. On the 9th of May 2018, at 7:10 a.m, at the age of 34, Nguyen died of terminal stomach cancer at a Jakarta hospital, as confirmed by an Indonesian Justice Ministry official, Ade Kusumanto, and the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs on the 5th of June 2018. Karpova refused to make any comment on Nguyen's death, and the ABC's then Indonesia correspondent, David Lipson, said that his was a name that not many Australians would know. He had been experiencing health issues for a long time and was first hospitalised following an incident in mid-2017 when an inmate had to carry him to a medical bay. A former inmate stated he was sick a lot longer before then. It's just taking him a long time to get to the hospital because he wouldn't go. On the 22nd of May 2018, Nguyen's body was shipped back to Queensland. He is the only member of the Bali 9 to have died of natural causes. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform you of when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet and have an amazing day.